All right, guys. I hope you've been learning and you've been learning real good. Yeah, one of the greatest joy I've had so far is the fact that some of you guys are following up and you are reporting back to me. I really appreciate that. So today we'll be talking about motions and animation. Motions and animations. So at the end of this service, you should be able to apply motion to graphics, apply motion to videos, and some transitions. And also, I will do an introduction to text. We've not really talked about text before, but some persons in this training session are already doing some things with text on their own. That's beautiful. I really appreciate that. So we'll be going for, so to start with, I'll start with text. I'll start with text shapes and all that. So let's start up. So the first thing I want to do is, I already gave an assignment for you guys to do this 30 seconds video. So let me, at the end of the video, you should be able to get this right. So I will close the visibility of this video, and then we'll start on a plain timeline, or on a plain, okay, let me just delete this video, so we'll have a plain timeline. Okay, so we want to start with text and editing your text and all that. So when I started this class, I told you guys that depending on what you want to work on, your preset should be on it. Currently my preset is on editing. Now I want to change my preset to graphics because I want to work on majorly text. So after changing it to graphics, I'll come to my text tool, typing tool. You just click on it, and then let's say who are you? Who are you? Okay, now I have typed this text. To make adjustments on this text, first of all, we click on our selection tool and then come to your text settings here at this corner. At your, if you are looking at your software, it is at the right side of your software. That is if you've not rearranged the interface to suit what you want. Okay, so I want to first of all put this right up in the middle of this screen. What do? There are two things I can do. One, I'll click on this one to make it horizontally correct. Excuse me. Then I will click on this to put it in the middle. So with this tool, you can have a perfect text in the middle. Then you can also use this tool for your align horizontally, and then you can use this align vertically. So either you use this tool or you use this tool, you get the same results. So let's say you want to change this font to something else. You come to your style, text. This is your font style. So you can decide to change it to something you want. Now I have some fonts. Okay, you can install more fonts in your system by downloading them. Okay, so if you need me to give you a link, or there's a particular font that you'd like that I use and you want me to tell you what the name is, you can just let me know. So I want to use one of my favorite fonts, Swiss. Okay, not this Swiss. Okay, this particular one. So I'll align it back again, because if you make any modifications on your text, there's a possibility that it will change where it is from the middle to a particular side of the screen. So for you not to have a wrong positioning, you need to realign it after you change the font style or the size. If you want to change the size, this is where you change the size. Either you make it small or you make it big. Okay, so I will be leaving mine on 100. Let me leave it on 100. Okay, so after typing that, let's say you want to change the color, or since we are working with the black background, white is okay for me, but depending on what you want. If you want colors, you can just come here. This is fill. Change the fill color to whatever you want. Change it to whatever you want. So let's leave it here. Okay, all right, let's move further. So this is what I've done. Now anything you want to adjust here, you have to first of all click on the text, then come here. You will see the text will appear here. Click on the text here, then you do your adjustments here. This is the opacity level. If you think it's too bright, you want it to go down to, you can reduce this, it will fade. So most times when you see a video and you see a name inside but it is faded, so this is how you reduce the visibility, so that it will just be inside, it will not be bold, you get. So this is where you reduce the opacity, increase or reduce, but we will be leaving this in at 100. So let's go further. So now that we've typed this, doing this alone, let me bring a sound in. Okay, who are you? Let me put a question mark. And then you want to respond to that. Now adding a question mark to it will move this thing from being in the middle. So what do? You see it will now move back to the middle. So let's say, who are you? Another thing I do to maintain a particular spot is I will copy this particular text and then move it to the front. To copy it, if you don't want to use copy, normal Ctrl+C and paste and Ctrl+V, you can just click on it, click and hold your alternate key down, drag it to where you want it to start from. While you are still holding your alternate key, you leave it, then it's already there. So what you need to do is just edit the text here, edit this particular text. So who are you? I am Richie. What do you do again? Make sure you align back to the middle, and then I want to change the color. I want to change the color to yellow. Who are you? Who are you? I am Richie. 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 And then Richie wants to ask the person that asked him back, and so who are you too? How about you? What's your name? How about you? What's your name? Okay, now if you see now, this bottom text is longer than this, one on top. So to make everything be in the middle, highlight everything in here first, align everything inside here, and then this is your alignment. If you click center alignment, we put everything in the space of your typing, not in the frame, in the space of your typing, like this. I'm using my hand as if you can see my hands. Okay, in the space of your typing, not in the space of your screen. You get? But for alignment within the space of your screen, this is what you use. This. But for the alignment within your text, you use either this, for you want it to be everything to be at the left, if you want everything to be at the right, or if you want everything to be at the middle. So let me now align this to the middle of the screen, here and here. So we have that. But how about you? What's your name? So like I said, to copy a particular thing, hold your alternate key down and drag and drop it to where you want it to be. Now this space, if you leave this space, there will be a black hair, but we don't need that for this video. You drag it till it meets. So say I am D. I'm using D because D tried this text out without the class. She tried it on her own before I am doing this video right now. So I am D. So now let's now add motions to these texts. To add motion to the text, you come to your left side. On your left side, where you used to see your project preview, you see this. Normally it is supposed to be like this, project preview. This is where your projects, your videos will be, but since we are working with text, it's likely to be empty like this. If you are not seeing your control and effect control, here, just click on this double arrow. It will be listed here. Click on it, then it comes. When it comes, click on what you want to work on. I want to work on who are you. You see who are you here. This vector motion, click on this arrow, it will open up. So the major things we want to do here right now is we are working with these two effects, positions and scale. But later we might touch let me close this setting. Later on we might touch opacity, but for now let's focus on position and scale. Okay, what this opacity does is the same thing as what this opacity over here does, but for this one here you can add a keyframe to it. A keyframe will tell it from this point to this point be visible, from this point to this point go down to a particular level, from this point to this point go up again, just like that. That's the importance or the difference between this part of the opacity and this part of this opacity. So let's do something with the motion and with the scale. First of all, we'll try with the scale. let's do with this scale first, and then next we talk about the scale, or we can use both at the same time. So let's say I play this video from this point to this point. I want this text to change its position from here to here. What will I do? I'll come here, I'll come to the beginning and toggle this animation button on, toggle the animation for scale on. So I'll now immediately I clicked on that toggle, you see it added this keyframe. This is what is called keyframe. So if you look here, you will see it here. These are the two keyframes I've added now. So if I press play, so I want it to, by the time it gets here, I want it to come upwards and reduce in size. So what will I do? Now since I want it to come to upwards, I will use this key. This number actually deals with vertical movements here. So when it gets here, I want it to reduce to this size. So I'm using scale. I'm using scale right now. I want to reduce to this size. So let's play what we've just done. Do you get? So that is the use of positioning and scale. Positioning and scale. So now if I want this scale, while I'm teaching, while I'm going through this class, you would see the assignment. I won't actually do the assignment I gave before I started this class, but while I'm doing this lesson, while I'm going through this lesson, you would be getting the scenes as it goes, the scene in that assignment. You'll be getting it while I go further. So now we've animated this guy to leave point A to point B and changing scale from point A to point B. This is point A, this is point B. So another thing I want to do is for this iRichmedia, I want it to change only in scale. I want to take a big scale, a bigger scale, and then come back to this scale. What will I do? I will toggle on this position and the scale. So at this point, I will play it, and then let's say when it gets here, I want the scale to increase from 100 to, let's say, 150. Then when it gets here, I want it to go back to 100. I will just click on this reset parameter so that it go to 100. So when it gets to 100, I want it to go back up to 150. I already know the value, so I'll just type it 150. So let's play what we've done from the beginning. So that is that. So for this how about you, what's your name, I want to use the opacity for you to see how it works. I'll come to opacity, I'll toggle opacity on, then I'll just play a little and then just add another keyframe, then which means from here to here the visibility will remain 100. Then when it leaves there to this point, let's say I want it to be 0, or no, I don't want it to be 0, let it be 18. You'll still be seeing it, but it will drop to 18. Then back here it will go back to 100. Then here it will go back to 18. Then here 100. So let's play from the beginning. Do you get it? So this is simply how to add motion to your text and your videos. The same thing you have done in this text, you can actually replicate it for your video clips. So let me see if I can quickly run through the assignment I gave. So I want to move this a bit upwards, but you know, if I add music to this now, it will change the whole thing. Let me add this sound. Drag audio only. Let me reduce this volume so that it won't be too loud. Yes, so let me see if I have the time to quickly run through. I would close this guy. Okay, so this is basically how to add animation to your video. All right, then another thing I did on that assignment I gave to you was that I used shape. To add shapes, come to graphics, layer. Okay, let me import the file. I will drag this to the timeline. Let me close this visibility. We don't need this for now anymore. Okay, so to reduce the volume here, to reduce the volume of this clip, all you need to do is to increase this bar here. Then you now see the volume line. Just reduce it. So let me play this video for the next 30 seconds and see what we'll do. Okay, so let's see if we can work on this video. I'll be fast with this. I'll move this one to the next track and I will close its visibility. Let me move it one more step up. Okay, so at the beginning of this clip, it was pure white. So the white is still there till this point. So what do you need? Let's create a shape. Come to graphics, come to layer, rectangle. So you create this shape to cover your screen. Then let's go to graphics because we are working on graphics. Let's go to graphics. So I want to edit this color and turn it to white. This is white. So now it is white. So from the beginning, so the blue started from here. I'll just lay all the shapes first before I start adding text. I'll hold down alternate key and then drag the previous shape to the next place. Is all I need to do. All I need to do now is to change the color to what color was there? Blue. Change the color to blue. So to get the exact blue, you can increase this. So this is the blue. So what do I need? I'll just click on this shape. Click on this shape here. Touch. Now I have closed the visibility of this. Let me see if it will work. I've closed this my shape visibility so that I can, this clip under can show. Just don't miss it, okay? Don't miss it. It's not, don't be confused. Now it is anything that is on top that will show. If I open this visibility now, you will see white. I want to change this white to blue, and I want the exact blue I used in that video. So I would toggle off and then click on this, then use your picker tool to pick this blue. If I open this eye now, I've changed it to blue. So let's see where the blue got. Okay, it ended with unusual. So it ended with unusual. So I'll drag this to where this unusual ends. I'll still drag it one more. Okay. Then since it changed to white, I can come here and pick this white that was in the beginning and drop it here. The white ended somewhere here to red. Okay, I'll just use my result tool to cut it here. Then from here, red started. So I'll change this to red. What will I do? I'll click on it. Now it is white, so I have to blind the visibility or close the visibility, then open this one so that I can use my picker to pick this particular red. Okay, then let's see where this red is. Okay, from that place to this point, this question mark was like the longest and the most time consuming effects I did there. So and blue started here. Okay, change this to blue. Changing this to blue shape, picker to blue. So it is blue now. So from this point to this point, from this point is black. So this point. So this black space, you will leave it blank. You don't need to add a shape, a black shape for this space. Just leave it blank, and then continue. This is blue, right? Yes, it's blue. Blue ended with a black screen. That whatever was in a black screen. So follow me closely. Follow me. Okay, I'll cut it here. I'll give it a small space. Like how many keyframes do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 keyframe before it's turned into red. I'll change this to red. So then there's another black. All I need to do is to cut and give it that black space. Let me count how many keyframes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 keyframes before it turns to and then we have another black. We have another black space. Cut it and drag it, and then let's see how far this black stayed. Wow, this black stayed for a while. I'm moving this guy to the front. Whenever I see the okay, to blue. Then blue started here. Let me see how far this blue stayed. Change this, it is still red. Change it to blue. Let me see how far this blue stayed. Blue stayed to somewhere here. Hope you are following me. And I'll drag this blue here. Then red started from here. So I'll just drag this guy with the alternate key and drop it here. And change this to red. This was blue. This should be red. This is blue. This is red. Okay, so the red stayed to a black. So when you get to black, you just cut it and drag it. Let me see where that next color came in. Okay, white. I guess you know what we are doing. We are just creating a template, this kind of template, but we are working on the shapes first before we start adding the text to it. So here is white color, so I'll change this my shape color to white because it was red. But if I'm changing this, what I'm doing here by changing the color of this shape to different colors, if it is confusing you, you can simply go back to graphics and create your shapes by yourself as it is going, if what I'm doing is kind of confusing you a bit. But if it is not, what I did was I already created a box. I already created a rectangle to fill this space, and then I used a certain color. But our model video has different color of boxes. So while as I'm going, I'm changing the different colors to suit what we have on the video. So that's what I'm doing. So if I say I'll click it, and then now this thing I'm doing here is not visible, but I already know that it's shape and color I'm just working on first. So I'm copying the shape from here to here to, I copied it from here, copied it to here, copied just like that. Just copy, drag and drop, and then now we are out of the white space, almost to the end of the so I changed it to black at this point. So I'll drag this guy to this point. So what color is this shape? White. Okay, so it is correct from here. Just need to leave the place empty. So if I should close up this guy and open what I have done, I'll go back and play it. This is going to take some time, so I just So we are done with shapes. The next thing we need to do is to add the write-up. So
I'll close it, and then let's see what the write-up is. I might not be able to use the same font because I can't remember the font. I can't remember the font I used that time when I created this. So let me type what WHAT what. So I'll change the color to red. To use the same color, just click on your picker tool and click on red, then make it bolder. Let me see if I have a bolder. I'm sweating. Let me see if I have a bolder font here. Okay, now another thing I didn't show you guys while I was doing this, explaining here. Now I want to use it. You see this place that have V and A, it is, and then you see arrow pointing to the left and one to the right. What this does is it creates space between the letters, just as I created space between these letters. It is not space bar I used to create this space, it is this guy. So what I need to do is just to click on it and increase it. When I increase it, you see that there will be space within the text. So after doing that, I think this is bigger than this, so let me just increase this size a little. So now that I've increased the size, let me reduce the space between them. So what will I do to make it be at the middle? I said we either use this and this, or we use this and this. So now it's in the middle. I think mine is now bigger. Let me reduce mine. So put it in the middle. Okay, what do you Now I closed my shape because if I open my shape, I will not see. If I open this, my shape track, I will not see this video. But I need this video. I need to be seeing this video so that I can create mine perfectly. So what do? That's why I left this guy invisible and I left this one visible. So what do, I'll drag this one and drop it here. Do you middle, what do you so bring it, do you want, or do you want? Remember to always align to the middle. Yes, I saw that in your video, your center alignment was wrong. That's because I haven't showed you this part before, how to make your text be in the middle. I was seeing that some of your text was up, some was down, just like that. So what do you want? Want ended with this shape. Want ended with this shape. What do you want for? So let's go type 4. For your events. What do you want for your event? for your events. Align left, align center, align horizontal, align vertical. Okay, what do you want to do for your events? Let me see, let me blind this and see this, what happened here. So at this point, you see, no. Okay, so the event went blank here and came back here. It went blank here, so we copy the event back to this place. So when it came back here, let me show you something. When it came back here, there was a blink. There was a blink on the event and the question mark. So we'll do the blink for the event first and then do it for the question mark. Remember or note that this video is working side by side with the sound. So it's working side by side with the sound. So let me see. So what I did here was simply to get it right, accurately right, use your arrow key to press your keyboard so that you will know how many keyframes I did the cut for. Okay. It came here and then went blank here. So when it went blank, you cut this place. Let me see how many keyframes it went blank for. Okay, just one keyframe. So you cut here, delete this middle, then use the arrow key again. So the event did not blink, it just blinked at that place. Let me see if it blinked again. We are still moving, we are still going. So it ended there. So now that we've done for the event, type the question mark and put on top of the event. Type, go to your text too, type a question mark. Let me see my event. Let me see where my event is. Okay. I think the previous event was on top of the E. So let's drop it on top of the E. Okay. So let's see our model video and see how let's see how the where's my question mark? It's too far. Come here. So let's see how this guy, let's see how this guy did this question mark. We are adding scenes to the question mark. This is our question mark on the timeline. So use the arrow key to know the keyframe. So at this point, the question mark, there was a cut on the question mark, just cuts. So the cut stayed. Question mark was away for like 2 keyframes. delete this guy, then use the arrow key again. So it stayed for like one keyframe, and then it went off. It went off for one keyframe, then it stayed for 2 keyframes, and it went off for like 2 keyframes. Delete this. Then you'll be wondering, is this what happened there? Yeah, that's what happened here. It takes time to create something amazing. So that was where the question mark ended. So let's play what we just did. Let's cover this guy, open this guy, open this guy, open this guy. So something is opening. Our first lesson is here. Let me delete it. No, I don't want to delete it. Let me take it up and close the visibility. So let me play this guy. So if you are listening very well, you hear the hi-hat of the beats of the sound. So that's question mark follow that beat. So this is what we've done so far. So let's open our model video again and watch what. So there was blue, only blue. So there was a blank air here. Cut here. The blank air just stayed for 4 keyframes. So what's the color of this shape? The color of this shape is blue. So but I want to change it to red because that's what's in the video. So let's play. So this came with video/photo coverage. Video/photo coverage. So we'll change that color. The color that is there is red. We'll change it to white. Is the color that is there in that text, but we'll change it to white. So let's make it smaller because we'll put it in the middle, align to the middle. Okay. Hope you are getting this. Okay. So our shape is supposed to change to blue here. What color is our shape? It is still red at this point. So we change it to blue. Video coverage. This is our video coverage. Stay till this point. Cut it. Then live streaming. Live streaming. Align to the middle. Then close visibility. So that's somewhere around here. So what happened there was unusual. Unusual is red. Usual is aligned to the middle. change our usual color to red. Previous video was not even in the middle. Now I did something here with the unusual. Let's see. What I simply did here, I typed the first unusual, then I would cut this unusual from here, and then when it gets here, what I did was just to come to this guy, this space guy here, and I just added space to my unusual. So that's how you get this effect. You get it? Then the production will now come. So production this unusual continued, but production was introduced at this point. So let's edit this text to production smaller than unusual. What's the color of blue? What's the color of production blue? So unusual left before production. So let's cut unusual off. This is unusual. Then production left here. So what came up again? Outstanding. So just like that, let me go to the question mark. This question mark is this question mark I did here. It's a series of one question mark I added. So let's say I start a question mark. This production, I want to change it to just question mark. I will drag this question mark and put it down. Let me make it bigger so that I can carry it. Put it here. So this one will still be there. I'll bring another one. I'll give it small space like this. I'll drag this question mark. I'll put it where this one is. Then I would do this again. I'll drag this question mark. Put it where this one is. Sorry. Oh, okay. Carry the question mark from here. Put it here. So this was how I arranged all my question mark until it became another bigger question mark. So let me play what I have so far here. So this is a bit slower though, but that's how I created it. So I want to end the class here. The other things are not so complex to do. So yeah, let me talk about what I did here. What I did here was to create we and cut in between. I created we to analyze that beeping. So that will be the end of the class. So now everybody can dive into the assignment and work it out. Thank you guys for chilling with me today. I had to close the window so that noise will not come in. So see you guys on the next class. If you have any challenge, just let me know. Thank you.